3. And it's Ken Kraetzer for Cadets Media. We are at the Tri-State Engineering Expo, sponsored by McLaren Engineering here at White Plains High School. Lots of booths. It's open till 3:30 today, and a chance to meet with a lot of universities and engineering companies. And we have a chance to talk to some of our friends from West Point. We're going to meet them. And let's start with Cadet Ester, who is a junior. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. My name is Cadet Gabriel Ester. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I study mechanical engineering and I'm minoring in aeronautical engineering. I decided to go to West Point because I wanted to push myself and serve my country.
Very good. What's the best thing about studying engineering for you?
So the opportunities that this school provides has been immenseful. I've done internships across the country and across the world, all because I try myself and I work really hard at school.
Very good. Good to meet you. And we have Cadet Daffon. Cadet, good to see you. Tell us, introduce yourself and where you're from, if you would.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Cadet Mckenzie Daffon, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm a life science major at West Point.
Great. What's it like to be a life science major? What are some of the highlights of that?
So being a life science major is pretty cool. If you're interested in being pre-med, that's what I'm doing. And so I've been able to do research and also intern at the Institute of Surgical Research, and I also do a lot of shadowing at military hospitals.
That's great. The Army produces a lot of the country's doctors, and glad you're on that path. Good to see you. Got Cadet Wallace, and good to see you. Now you're a junior also. So, tell us a little bit about where you're from, what you study.
Hello everybody, my name is Cadet Kingsley Wallace. I'm a chemical engineering major at West Point. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm also on the Women's Army volleyball team.
Very good, and tell us a little bit about what's involved with chemical engineering. That's really one of the most difficult majors at West Point.
It is a very diverse group of just a lot of different opportunities. We take almost every other engineering course as well, just like integrated with. I'm doing fluid mechanics right now. I've taken electrical engineering courses. I'm also in a nuclear engineering track on top of everything else. So it's just a lot of different diverse opportunities there. And you just take in every aspect in order to integrate it. And then also adding organic chemistry and that like there, just to see how all of our different dynamics works through different systems. We have a lot of just different, we're in the basement of one of our main chemistry and life science buildings, and so we integrate a lot more of that engineering side, bring it all to a very broad, large scale, and then just a lot of great opportunities, as Cadet Ester said.
You had one of your teammates on the women's volleyball team at a senior leadership position in the Corps of Cadets. I was trying to remember if it was last year. Tell us a little bit about your teammate.
So I believe you're talking about Cadet Isabella Sullivan. She is a Rhodes Scholar for this year, and she is currently our brigade commander. So just second to our first captain. She is a wonderful leader and mentor that I definitely have. And it's just, so she did a lot of different opportunities through a lot more of our history department as well. So just being able to see that there's a lot of great sides you can go to, from one STEM major to the other side with the liberal arts department. And so just seeing that there is so many opportunities as long as you take them and go for every just aspect of your life.
I met Cadet Sullivan on our day last summer. How impressive, and a Rhodes Scholar. That's got to be something to have a Rhodes Scholar as a teammate.
Teammate and captain. She was our volleyball team captain this last year.
Absolutely. Good to meet you. And we've got one of the freshmen here. If you would, introduce yourself, where you're from.
Good morning, sir. I'm fourth class cadet, as you said, Ethan Wiltz. I'm from Pearland, Texas, which is not too far from Houston. We're all from Texas, the best state in the union. But I'm studying, I recently declared my major. I'm applied stats and data science, which is in the math department. Because growing up, I really love math, and I've always loved math. And coming here, just been really gravitated towards the instructors. And I'm also doing research currently in the math department, and I plan on presenting in about a month.
Well, that's terrific. Why did you decide on West Point?
There were a lot of factors that went into West Point, mainly being I really wanted to serve my country, and I wanted to do something bigger than myself. And in high school, I always pushed myself to be the best, and I saw that the best came from West Point, and so that's where I went, you know.
Well, that's super to hear. And what's your future? What would you like to do in the Army after graduation?
It's a mighty question, sir, yes, but I plan on branching engineers. I'm not sure what post yet, but I'm looking at Hawaii just as a distant dream, you know, but I'm working really hard for that, and yes, sir.
Schofield Barracks, that's great. Well, good continued success and getting through day by day at West Point. No, freshman year is a big challenge, and you're doing it very well. Good to see you. And it's Ken Kraetzer. We are at the Tri-State Engineering Expo chatting with some of the West Point cadets. And it's Ken Kraetzer. We got a chance to visit with 3 more of the West Point cadets. And they look like, we've got 2, I believe, sophomores. Is that correct? I'm reading the epithets correctly then. And cadet, if you could introduce yourself, where you're from.
My name is Tommy Senet, and I'm from New Jersey.
Very good. What engineering track are you in? What are you studying at West Point?
I'm studying civil engineering. So I don't have a track. That's my track.
Why do you like civil engineering?
It's very hands-on, which is something I was looking for. A lot of my classes I get to design and build stuff, which is super important to me.
And civil engineering is, I've been told, is anything that doesn't move. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. If it moves, you have a problem.
Well, the Corps engineers in the Army are doing a great job down in Baltimore after the tanker, the freighter hit the bridge there, and a lot of key projects Army Corps of Engineers working on there. Good to see you. And we've got another sophomore. If you could introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Mitchell Wen. I'm from Wallingford, Connecticut.
Very good. And what are you studying at West Point?
I study mechanical engineering.
And okay, so tell us what mechanical engineering is, how it differs from civil.
So civil focuses a lot on infrastructure, buildings, bridges, stuff like that, where mechanical is more things that move. Mechanical engineering is very awesome because there's so many different things that involve mechanical engineering.
Very good. And what's your favorite thing about studying engineering at West Point?
My favorite thing about studying engineering at West Point is definitely the instructors that help out. They're awesome and want you to succeed.
Very good. Good to see you. And we've got one of the freshmen here, and good to see you. Introduce yourself, if you would.
My name is Emanuel. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm currently G2. I study computer science. I only recently declared a major, so I haven't taken too many classes in that major yet, but I really like how everyone at West Point just wants to build each other up.
Well, great to see you. Why did you select West Point?
I think I mainly wanted to come here because I want to serve. You know, the country's done a lot for my family and I. My parents are immigrants, so I know that had my parents stayed in Mexico, which is where we're from, a lot of stuff could have been different. So I'm very grateful for the country and all that has been done for us.
What's the biggest challenge you've overcome as a freshman at West Point?
That's a good question. I think getting used to academics again after cadet basic training, that was extremely tough for me.
And I know cadet basic training is from our day at just after graduation in June and all through the summer. What was the challenge of getting through cadet basic training?
Being away from home for the first time. Yeah, that was really tough. Yeah, I had a couple of dreams of me being somewhere else, maybe back at home, and I wake up back in the barracks and dang, it was a tough morning sometimes.
What's been your best day so far?
That is a good question. I think, during CBT or the AY.
Oh, your year to date. I have a date in mind I'm hoping you're going to think of.
I'm not really sure. Probably December 18th, 2023. That was the last day of fall semester classes, or the last day that we had to be here.
Well, I certainly understand. Completing a first semester at West Point is so challenging. You're doing great. You're in a very important major here, and our best wishes to you. Good to see you. And this is Ken Kraetzer for Cadets Media. We're at the Tri-State Engineering Expo at White Plains High School.